January, let me think here, January 4th. And it's been a little while since I've done a journal. I totally lost track of doing it, to be honest with you. I hope everybody had a great holiday. I just kind of wanted to touch base with everybody and let everybody know what's going on. I've been keeping up on everything. I go work out. I did change my schedule around a little bit with core. I'm only going to go 5 days a week instead of 6. The main reason for that is that on Fridays they only offer 3 classes, and 2 of them are extremely early in the morning that I cannot attend, and one is the step class that I just don't like it. And I got to a point where I was dreading Fridays, so I decided instead of dreading Fridays, I turned Fridays into Terror Day. And Terror Day means that I get to stay home in my pajamas if that's what I so choose, and do what I want around the house. I do plan on doing some, they have a body flow that they have that I won't be going to at core, but I kind of have a general idea of what the requirements are to do it. So I probably will do that type of program here at the house, find some kind of DVD or something I could pop in, and it's just stretching and yoga type stuff. So I think that's something I could pretty much do on my own with a little bit of instruction for maybe like a TV program or something like that. So, and then, and it gives me a day. It gives me one full day while the kids are off to school to kind of do my own thing and to do scheduling or work on the computer or do whatever needs to be done. The other part of all of this is on top of the holidays and everything that is going on and the program, I've been doing really well. I've lost weight, lost inches, and I'm doing well physically, but I'm definitely struggling emotionally. I've just started this new thing with Mr. Judd, who is my therapist, and it's called Tara's Affirmations. And there's things in here like, I, Tara, will love myself more by allowing my anger to surface, which I still think is just silliness. And then the other one that was this week was, I, Tara, will love and appreciate myself more when I express my anger. So obviously this is something that I'm dealing with. I really don't know how to go into detail about it other than the fact that it's just, it's a huge conflict for me to deal with upsetting feelings. I really don't know how to deal with them. I either go way overboard and get loud and angry or I suppress it. And so I'm trying to learn somehow to be somewhere in the middle. And that's fine. That's part of this project. So that's working well. And I do go to acupuncture twice a week, which has been a blessing. It is, he's helped me with headaches. He has helped me with my back pain. Kevin is a very kind, gentle, calm person. So he's someone that I enjoy just the ambiance of his studio, and his just being around him is very calming for me because I feel kind of frazzled with everything. And I have to say, in this project, that wasn't something I really prepared myself for. I really did not fully understand what Project Me was going to entail, which is why I thought it was important to be the guinea pig of the program. So I could understand exactly what I was saying and putting it into action and understanding it to a point where I can critique it and pull back on certain things or add certain things. This project is not supposed to be about stressing yourself out. It's not supposed to be overworking yourself. And that's kind of what I've done, but I'm doing it in a way where I'm trying to experiment as much as I possibly can in 90 days with doing certain things, which will allow me to better understand when I, at some point, perhaps ask somebody, to help reorganize their lifestyle on making their life Project Me. And when I say to them, I want you to work out 6 times a week, I'll know exactly what that means, and how it feels, and the time restraints, and the financial end of things. So, I do go back down this month to go get a reading done, but it's not really a reading, it's like hypnosis she's going to put me under. So I'm bringing a person with me to film all that, so you'll be able to see that. And then I have the helicopter ride next week, so I'm really nervous about that. So we are on the tail end of this. We are in the second half of the project, up to date. Through the program documented by CORE, I've lost about 20 pounds. And I did lose about 10 pounds prior to that because of all the drinking of the water, so I lost some water weight. So I tell people up to this point I've lost about 30 pounds, and I have lost about 18 inches between my arms, my chest, my hips, and my legs. So the weight thing is going very well. The nutrition thing is going very, very well. The one thing I am going to be honest with you and tell you that I'm struggling enormously with is that there's a big portion of this project that I have to involve myself in applying for work, going on interviews, worrying about my unemployment ending at the end of February. So there's a huge dynamic to all of this that a person that might do Project Me would not have to deal with, or hopefully not have to deal with. And I have to say that it adds a lot of stress. I've been starting to get stress headaches, which is just not cool. It's been affecting my sleep. I'm going on about 2 interviews a week, I would average, and at least applying for a job at least once a day. And if I haven't applied for a job, I'm following up on a job that I have applied for. So this is definitely something that requires a lot of my time, a lot of my energy, and does take a lot of my energy as far as stress is concerned. It is something I am worried about. And one of the major things that I'm dealing with at this point, so is Alan, is that he works for the state, and the state has cut back a lot on overtime, and right now we are in a position with me not working that he has to work overtime in order for us to make even on our bills, and that's not happening. He's gone almost his whole pay period, and he hasn't gotten anything, which is very, very scary for me, because he needs to get at a minimum at least 1 overtime a week just for us to make ends meet. And so it's a little bit scary. We have sat down and talked about a lot of different options. I am making as much of an effort as I know how to at this point to try to find work. And there's a lot of things that go through your mind as far as choices and things you've done and commitments you've made and should you have done it, and, that coulda, shoulda, woulda thought process. And I have to tell you that it's more draining than thinking about what you can do instead of what you've done. I mean, you have to think about what you've done to get to where you are, but you have to be proactive in your thought process. So I spent a lot of time on this and a lot of energy, and it's something that does take a lot of me at this point, which I think that if I didn't have to deal with this and I was able to just go to work every day and fulfill the obligations of the program, I think that I might be doing better or being more successful at it. But when you're so stressed out about something that's so important and you're trying to keep things pretty normal for the most part for the kids and things like that, it creates a lot of stress. And I've talked to the kids about all of this, but they really don't understand. I mean, you can sit there with a piece of paper and a budget and show them the numbers. Not that I'm doing that, but you could go that far, and they just don't understand. They don't understand. So it's something that is abundantly taking over a lot of my life at this time. And so maybe it's a majority of what I have spoken about in this particular journal, but it is something that I am dealing with, and something that is a part of the project essentially, because when you're doing this project, you have to deal with life and the stresses and the ins and outs of everything that occurs in life. I mean, so what's to say that somebody else doesn't do this project and loses their job in the middle of it? You have to go with what you have and learn what you can. So I'm doing the best that I can with what I have, and I reach out to people on a regular basis asking for advice and help and anything like that. So if any of you do have that, please feel free to email me or give me a call. Other than that, pretty much have just been keeping my schedule as tight as I possibly can, and doing things as efficiently as I possibly can.